Alright, this place of business can't make up its mind. The sign on the roof says Country Cottage. The big sign by the highway says Wouldn't You Know It, Crafts and Antiques. And the sign on the window says Sheer Madness. Welcome to Montague County. And I'm still in Montague County. Today I'm out in Belcherville, Texas. And it is what I guess would be considered a ghost town. So it always seems to come up on the list of ghost towns, even though there are still people that live out this way. About a century and a half ago, this was a nice bustling little community, but the stores and the post office and stuff like that, those are long gone. And right now I am standing in the most populated part of Belcherville, Texas, that being the cemetery. And this is not so much a random trip. If you're like me, I like looking at the old headstones, because things like this, that was always a work of art. Got a little trouble, there we go. That's from 1900. It's a 117-year-old headstone. But the main reason I came out here today was to tell the story of a man that came riding into this area long before this was even a cemetery. Back in the days when you could just walk up, ask for work, and you could get it. You still can kind of do that with some professions. Sometime back in the 1800s, a man rode through here. He was just traveling through. He wanted to stop and get some work to help him with his travels. And saw a group of men out here. The work day had already started. They were having a busy day, so they were already full at it. And he asked if he could earn some money for the day, and the guy that does the hiring and firing said, "Yeah, sure, you can work, go over there and do that. You get 2 meals, we'll pay you at the end of the day." Send him over there to do whatever it was he wanted him to do. A snake spooked the guy's horse. Well, the horse reared up, sent the guy falling, threw the guy off. The guy landed, broke his neck, killed him instantly. Well, the thing is, they didn't get the guy's name. So they dug a grave and put up a headstone, just grabbed a rock and put down the only name that they knew to give him. They called him the Unknown Cowboy. Now, looking at that, obviously that is not an old rock that they just carved a name into. But what happened was that rock, which was just like a white stone rock, I don't know who carved an Unknown Cowboy into it, but it was obviously hand carved. It sat right here, marking this man's grave for over 100 years. And about 10 or 12 years ago, a bunch of jackasses came through and stole the man's grave marker. I just can't believe that somebody would do that, because I don't know, you shouldn't mess with somebody's final resting place. But a few people got together, got some money together, and they gave him a new headstone. And this one here. Now it looks like there's already been some damage on it. I don't know if it's somebody else messing with it. But they gave him a new head marker. Part of the urban legend of the unknown cowboy. They say that the horse was bit by a rattlesnake, and they just went ahead and buried the horse with him. Now, if that part's true or not, I don't know. I guess the only way you could find out for sure would be to dig up his grave and see what's in there, but some legends just need to go unanswered. Like I said, Belcherville Cemetery, there's still people buried out here. You have some older ones, like these are from the 30s and 40s. It's like Ida Reeves died in 1961. But I guess that's kind of the draw for me, is you have people as recently as like the 90s and into the 2000s, into the 21st century, out there in this pretty small cemetery, and then just a few feet away, someone who died in 1895. I don't see a date on that one. I've always wondered about these right here. Some of these are so old, but if there ever was anything on them, it's faded away a long time ago. It seems like here, or no matter where I go, you see these same kind of headstones like that, same kind of markers. And I don't know if maybe that's just a simple basic marker that you could buy. Like I say, they're all the same size, same shape. Some of them have something carved into them, some of them don't. Oh my gosh, looks like those are 1964. I don't know if some of those were, if you actually, like I say, if that was the standard marker or it's just coincidence or what. So I found this one over here, and I don't know who. B.D. Cranford. I assumed he was a Confederate soldier. Died in 1891. I just looked at it, there's no telling how much that, I don't know if you can see that or not. I just realized the sun's on the other side. So there are some really old markers out here. Maybe a family plot. $18.92. Again, that one's faded to the point I don't see a date or anything on that one anywhere. There are a couple that are a little different. assuming it's a husband and a wife. But they tried to make the markers exactly the same. Just look at some of these headstones, and a child, it's only 2 months old. This is something that's a 113-year-old headstone, and it's still pretty clear. This may be kind of a morbid piece of history, but it's still history. I mean, it's still, and one of the things I'm going to show you when I do get down to South Texas, like I keep saying I'm going to go. I'm going to make a point about cemeteries down there as well. But I guess maybe that's another reason. Maybe that's why this crossed my mind. There's something I was going to do down in Menard, but since I ended up not going yet, cemeteries crossed my mind. Maybe think of the unknown cowboy. It's like a tree that's been uprooted over there. A lot of these markers are picking stickers out of my shoes when I get back to the car. Come by and see this one, because this looks like this is 1877. As far I hear it the best time of day because I got the sun on the wrong side for some of these headstones. Looks like it might be another marker there, or it could just be part of that that's come off. Well, like I say, it's a small cemetery, but 1922. It's interesting to me. Maybe I'm alone in that. That you have a lady that died in 1939, and then just a few feet away, maybe somebody that died in 1988. Go down a little farther, and there are these headstones down here that, while they have no markings, it's pretty obvious that they've been there for a while. Hopefully I'm getting good shots here, because it's kind of hard for me to see this little viewfinder, but I gotta say, if someone died in 1877, or if they died in 1939, or if they died in 1966, that's quite a view to have for eternity. main reason I wanted to come out here was the unknown cowboy. Tell that story, and looking online a little bit, I was actually surprised to see the number of places that have their own story of the unknown cowboy, and how many places have headstones and grave markers that are marked unknown cowboy, unknown child. But I guess that happened back then. You know, people traveling from one place to another, and they found themselves, in a fight with Indians, or just found themselves in the wrong place at the wrong time. Somebody turned up dead, and they didn't know what else to do. Well, I guess they had to put a marker of some kind. Kind of like the story of the Easter brothers. It's more towards Spanish Fort, so I wouldn't have any idea. They have a spot that they say is where the Easter brothers story happened. Don't know if it's true or not. They probably just picked a tree, but a couple of the guys rode into Spanish Fort on Easter Sunday. And at the time, there was a lot of horse thieving going on. So somebody just decided, well, they must be the horse thieves. So a mob took them out and hanged them, thinking they had done away with the horse thieves. After they were hanged, the horses kept disappearing. So I said, well, I guess they weren't horse thieves. And they had buried them under a tree, and somebody went out. The only marker that they could think to give them was to carve EB into the tree, which stood for Easter Brothers. That's the only thing they knew to call them. Didn't even know if they were actually brothers or not. See, this is kind of what I'm talking about. We've got Myrtle Swearingen, died in 1918. I guess it's Flora Swearingen, died in 1918. That's kind of odd. Somebody must have replaced that headstone. I don't know why they replaced that one, but not that one. Maybe this one was just damaged or something. Because Myrtle got the nice new headstone, and Flora's over there with the hand-carved one. Even though they died 4 days apart. Well, that must be the baby. You know, born March 1st, 1918, died March 17th, 1918. She died during childbirth. But then we hear Ellis Bunyan Henson Jr. died in 1996. I'll show you around Belcherville Cemetery. We'll tell the story of the unknown cowboy, the Montague version of the Montague County version of the unknown cowboy, at least. And actually came out here yesterday, and it'd been so long. I hadn't been out here a lot. Actually, last time I was out here, the unknown cowboy still had the original headstone. I've been walking around out here, I can't find a doggone thing. I was thinking he was more over this way, but he's kind of out there by himself. just end it with a nice pleasant view of Belcherville, Texas. It's not all cemetery. There's some pretty land out here.